we are here to honor the nominees and to recognize the valuable resource in Spokane that we have, our youth. Now this year, the Spokane community has continued the important and rewarding process of recognizing our youth. So thank you so much to all of those who took the time to nominate these great kids. All nominees should be extremely proud tonight, as your efforts and positive impact in our community truly do make a difference. Now, if there ever was a champion of youth in the Spokane community, it was Mayor James E. Chase. Mayor Chase's greatest legacy is that of the Chase Youth Commission, established way back in 1986. Now, the Chase Youth Commission honors Mayor Chase's youthful spirit and commitment to youth development and recognition through the Chase Youth Awards. Tonight, we are recognizing recipients who best represent the characteristics of creativity, compassion, community service, diversity, leadership, learning, innovation, personal achievement, and social advocacy. The nominees range from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, as well as one adult or a group of adults who will be recognized for their extraordinary impact on youth. All of the nominations this year were really strong, so it did make the choice for the judges really difficult. Although we could only choose one winner in each category and age division, you should be extremely proud of your nomination and the good company you are in with the other nominees tonight. Now, in addition to the categories previously mentioned, we're also presenting the Judge's Choice and the Youth Commissioner's Choice Awards. The order of the awards being presented tonight, you'll be able to see on your screen. The awards will be delivered to each winner's school, and if you are affiliated with an organization, your awards will be delivered there, and you can pick them up by Thursday. Now, throughout the program, we're going to be doing something fun, raffling off some prizes. So pay attention, because you could win tonight. You are eligible for those prizes if the Chase Youth Commission has your email address from a Chase Youth Award nomination, or if you just signed up to keep in touch with the Chase Commission on their website. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to get to this year's Chase Youth Award recipients, but first, we're going to give some opening remarks from a very special guest. Please welcome Tony Hawk.
Hey guys, it's Tony Hawk. I want to say what's up to everyone in the Spokane community, and especially those who are nominated for the Chase Youth Award for your service and for your strength and your character. You guys, what can I say? Perseverance, determination. You guys showed that you're capable of both, and that you can do things that are good for not just for you, but for your community at large. And sometimes it's more about the bigger picture and what you can do for others. And so you guys deserve to be celebrated, and congratulations. I wish you all the best, and thanks for staying strong in these strangest of times. All right? I hope to catch you guys down the road. See ya.
For those words of encouragement. How cool to have him here, part of this tonight. Now for the presentation of the awards. Our first category of the evening is Arts and Creativity. The recipients of the Art and Creativity Award enriches others through imaginative skills and originality in such activities like acting, dancing, music, visual arts, design, and writing. Please welcome our first presenter, Chase Youth Commissioner Amari Trout.
Like many kids her age, this nominee found herself becoming bored and restless during the mandated stay-at-home order last spring. She realized that if she was feeling this way, others must be too. She took action to bring her neighborhood together and to provide a place where kids and adults could curb their boredom. She constructed and installed a little free library in her neighborhood. She then filled it with not only books, but also games and activities that would help people pass the time and enjoy time spent with family and friends. For her creativity, vision, and effort, I am proud to present the Chase Youth Award for Arts and Creativity by an elementary individual to Annabelle Sawatsky. Our next nominee is an impressive artist, and her character is pure. Her 2020 Lions Club Peace Through Service poster submission was selected as the best in all of Washington State, North Idaho, and British Columbia. the farthest anyone from our region has ever gotten in this contest. The Peace Poster Contest has been a staple of the Lions Club for decades, giving children worldwide the chance to express their visions of peace and inspire the world through art and creativity. Her poster was a perfect picture of peace through service, illustrating the earth, many hands holding hands of all races, an ambulance, fire truck, aid car, police car, and Army helicopter that represent the service industry and their part during world peace through service. Her poster is displayed proudly at Sacagawea and serves as an example to all students that we are all in this together. Congratulations to this year's Art and Creativity by a middle school individual winner, Rachel Hockett. How many kids do you know who are published authors? This teen published her first book at only 15 years old, a book with 26 short stories for young readers. Inspired by her grandfather's bedtime stories, the stories presented in her book are fun, but usually have a twist. In each instance where the characters are afraid, they always find a logical explanation, proving that your imagination can cause you to jump to conclusions. The characters learn that if you take the time to investigate, you will usually find that the situation may not always be what you thought it was. Being a published author was not enough. Her greatest contribution is inspiring youth to read. Having a mentor encouraging youth to read stories with positive outcomes not only helps with literacy, but with self-esteem, a win-win. She has found unique ways to engage young readers, like virtual story times and book drives. She has collected and donated over 700 books to 4 elementary schools, a middle school, 15 little free libraries in Spokane neighborhoods, the Vanessa Behan Crisis Nursery, the Union Gospel Mission, and 2 local churches, so readers have a variety of books to choose from. She succeeds because she is incredibly diligent, has an amazing attitude, and a spirit that perseveres through the toughest times with a hand always outstretched to fellow students. And for that reason, I proudly present the Arts and Creativity by a Teen Award to Taylor Tollefson.
Congratulations to the winner and all of the nominees. Now we're going to move on to the raffle section of our show tonight. The winner of the first raffle prize of the night will receive a gift card to AMC Theater, and that winner is Caitlin Smock. So congratulations, Caitlin. Now, up next, our category is community service. All nominees in this category are being recognized because they volunteer to meet a need in our community through action, education, and service. To present these next awards, please welcome Chase Youth Commissioner Jada Richardson.
We are told time after time to spread kindness to others and do good in the world. This young lady was inspired to research and find a way she could help those she sees on the streets of Spokane, particularly those in her own age group. After looking up several foundations, she chose to contact Women's Hearth. Over several meetings, she was able to narrow down their highest need: seedlings of fruit and vegetables. The seedling program was founded and the process of educating others began. She fundraised to purchase seeds, fertilizer, containers, and other supplies to support the program. Reaching out to Michael Anderson Elementary, she found a teacher who has experience in plant germination and growth, and together they started an after-school program to teach youth the basics of starting their own gardens. The third graders were able to plant pumpkins, strawberries, zucchini, peas, carrots, and more. Over several months, she visited the club, inspiring them to care for these fragile new plants and teaching them about Women's Hearth. Once these seedlings were strong enough to be transplanted, she worked with Women's Hearth to transport them to the community gardens for new ownership. COVID-19 made supporting their women and children harder. Restrictions on spacing, health concerns kept many of their patrons from entering the facility. With this program, she provided a new way for Women's Hearth to provide an outdoor activity, teaching their clientele how to grow and cook healthy options. She is currently working on expanding her seedling program to include multiple levels of students who will continue to be educated on plant growth and volunteerism. And Women's Hearth will continue to reap the rewards of this student's work. For her incredible contribution to our community, I'm so happy to present this year's community service by an elementary individual to Kylie Ornelas. This group has been the epitome of flexibility and ingenuity during this unprecedented pandemic, determined to continue their tradition of community service. This group of fifth graders held a virtual Veterans Day program working with the school to perform an adapted flag ceremony to honor the flag, honored our country and veterans, and also followed social distancing guidelines. For Halloween, they created 150 school supply and allergy-friendly treat kits to be distributed at a local event, as they wanted to ensure all children, including those with food allergies, had exciting treats in their goodie bags. After receiving a generous donation from a local community member, they volunteered at a food bank to hand out boxes of Girl Scout cookies to those who came that day. Of course, each box was packaged with a message of hope. They also helped distribute cookies donated to Girl Scouts Troop to Troop cookie program to local fire stations, police precincts, hospital, and Fairchild Air Force Base. Lastly, they put in over 120 hours in making pet adoption kits for shelters to hand out to new pet owners with information on how to take great care of their new pets, some food and treats, handmade toys, a pet emergency card, and a congratulations on your new pet. They were on site at Spokanimal when the first pet adoption kit went home with an adopted German Shepherd. For their perseverance, kindness, and dedication to helping a broad range of members in our community, this year's Community Service by Elementary Group Award belongs to Girl Scout Troop 2537. Our next nominee sees the world from an entirely different perspective than most of his middle school friends. He has volunteered to work with the special education classrooms at Jefferson Elementary, volunteered to help his mom take family portraits of homeless families in Spokane, and took it upon himself to tutor every seventh grader in Onshape, the CAD program used for engineering classes at Sacagawea. He even invited his dad, an architect, to come talk to the class about the apartments and shelters he designs for people experiencing homelessness. During the pandemic, he was in constant contact with his engineering teacher regarding ideas and projects he had thought up to solve problems in our community. He is a prime example of a young man who has a heart for community service, who I'm sure will continue to be a difference maker. He is a part of the reason Spokane shines so bright, and for that reason, this year's Community Service by a Middle School Individual Award goes to Carter Olsen. With a deep commitment to making a difference in our community, the drive to persist despite unexpected hurdles, and an entrepreneurial spirit that has propelled his efforts to an incredible level of impact, this young man encompasses exceptional qualities in leadership as a youth in Spokane. At just 5 years old, he and his older brother founded Through the Eyes of a Child Photography, a nonprofit focused on raising money for children's hospitals by designing and selling greeting cards capturing the beauty of nature. After 10 years, he took the helm of the organization with its sole purpose to raise funds for the Spokane Shriners Hospital as a way to give back in a thoughtful recognition of the care and support he received. Since 2017, he has donated over $5,000 to support children in the Northwest region receiving specialty orthopedic care. As a patient ambassador for Spokane Shriners Hospital, he has shared his personal story of care and fundraising efforts to help encourage others to make a difference alongside him. In 2020, with the closure of craft fairs and brick-and-mortar businesses, he sold items out of his own home and even donated his own prize money from a first-place award received from an international science and engineering fair, where he designed a walker specifically to aid in the recovery of cardiac surgery patients. In addition to his persistent fundraising efforts, he serves in leadership roles for several clubs and is an elected student member on the Washington Science Olympiad Board of Directors. He also volunteered for the I Can Bike program to help children with disabilities learn to ride a bicycle independently. With his kindness, ambition, and perseverance, he continues to inspire the hospital team and community, which is why this year's community service by a teen is proudly presented to Ansel Lapierre. The cultivation of a space in which every student can feel welcomed and encouraged to participate is a rarity in the high school setting. This group hosted a World Thinking Day event for girls in 6 neighboring cities to gather and learn more about cultures from all over the world. They shared representative clothing, prepared food, and created memory gifts for over 150 participants. The youth of our community were exposed to many cultures, ranging from Egypt to Hong Kong, learning economics, history, population, childhood education, and so much more. When COVID dampened the number of volunteers at Manitou Rose Garden, they jumped into action and contacted Manitou leadership and set up times where they could learn how to care for the delicate flowers and assist the master gardener. As high school girls, they have designed and made possible a yearly multicultural camp, educating themselves on self-confidence, independent skills, community service, and culture. They were in charge of refurbishing the building, new awning construction, groundskeeping, scheduling, menu creation, cooking, and creating an educational itinerary for a 4-day camp focusing on girls ages 10 through 16. Twice, the girls have planned trips to a national conference gathering at the Canadian-Washington Peace Arch to expand the travel opportunities for other local youth to gather and learn from our northern neighbors. They funded and planned 2 trips supporting 23 girls, which resulted in creating international friendships. Locally, they have made changes in the world health through emissions awareness and reducing implementing curriculum. Research of issues led them to address the light pollution within their own school district, so they called a meeting to explain the consequences of light fixtures the school district was using. Following that meeting, the Medical Lake School District adjusted light fixture hours of use, reducing light pollution and saving the district valuable resources. These girls are excited to make changes in our world and strive for a purpose in their experiences and connections. Congratulations to this year's Community Service by a Teen Group Award winners, Girl Scout Troop 1930.
Spokane is so lucky to have such servant leaders with huge hearts. So congratulations to all of those wonderful, wonderful students. Now on to the next raffle prizes. This second raffle will be a gift card to Flying Squirrel Trampoline Park and Blueberry Yogurt. The winner of this is Kylie Mitchell Greg. I think that's right. Congratulations, Kylie. And then we have another raffle for a Starbucks and sweet frostings, and that goes to Kim Taylor. Congratulations to the both of you. Our next category of the night is compassion. Those who win the Compassion Award have been chosen because they put others before themselves, not only empathizing, but taking action to make a difference. To present the awards for compassion, please welcome Chase Youth Commissioner Matt Buck.
This person has a kind, caring heart and is dedicated to helping others. Her idea was sparked when she learned during the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic that there were cancer patients at Northwest Cancer Care that were unable to acquire the PPE they needed to stay safe. Her heart was big, bold, and compassionate in that fearful time. Knowing those patients had a heightened risk for contracting the disease, she did not waste any time and immediately sprung into action. She began sewing masks and didn't stop until she had enough for every patient in need, delivering boxes that were quickly distributed to patients and staff. Today, masks are commonplace, but at the beginning of the pandemic, not so much. She showed a community how to respond, letting her compassionate heart lead her to rescue for those most vulnerable. For letting her heart lead the way in a very uncertain time, I am pleased to present the Compassion by an Elementary Individual Award to Kaylin Hitt. This next person was nominated in the category of compassion because of her choice to live out her beliefs in tangible ways to help improve the lives of others. She is Jewish, and she and her family have chosen not to celebrate Hanukkah by receiving gifts, as is tradition, but by giving to others. Their family usually adopts another family during Hanukkah, and the money that would normally be spent on gifts for one another goes out to help those in need. She lived in Hong Kong for 8 years, and her family lived in a small space that didn't allow for lots of stuff. So they traveled during holidays, which broadened her vision of the world and taught her empathy for others. She has taken the lessons from her family and implemented her own strategy. For her birthdays, and especially this year when she celebrated her bat mitzvah, she took her substantial monetary gifts and gave them to her Federation food bank so it could benefit others. She is humble and kind and does not give for notoriety. She lives out of empathy for others, which is why I am very proud to present the Compassion by a Middle School Individual Award to Ava Dubinsky. At the age of 7, everything changed for our next nominee. She was rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. After her terrifying diagnosis, there's one thing that didn't change: her selfless nature. She immediately wanted to know how to help kids like her. And that began a life of empathetic, compassionate outreach that has touched thousands, both because of and in spite of the trials she faces every day. She believes that while she did not choose a life of challenge, she can choose what she does with it. She traveled to Washington, D.C. to advocate to senators and representatives for healthcare for people with pre-existing conditions and funding for medical research. She has fundraised and volunteered hundreds of hours with the American Diabetes Association, JDRF, and STIX diabetes programs, our local nonprofit supporting kids and families with diabetes through outreach, education, and medically supported summer camps. Through STIX, she found her heart's calling and life's path. She meets with newly diagnosed families to answer questions and help them see that diabetes does not define or constrain her. She recently decided that her chosen career path will be in nursing, planning to pursue an advanced degree in pediatric nursing with the hopes of treating and helping children like the frightened 7-year-old that she once was and the healthy, confident 17-year-old she is. Her nominator could write countless acts of compassion and outreach, but truly, all we need to know is that her servant heart was born on her belief that through empathy and shared experience, she could simply help. It is my great pleasure to present the Compassion by a Teen Award to Sophie Grove. Our next nominees are ProStart culinary students at North Central who have a love for cooking. They wanted to form the NC Cooking Club so students could take a break away from their textbooks and virtual learning to instead walk into their kitchens, cook something, and have some fun. One leads with gusto, posting recipes and websites for others to read and be prepared. The other saw what an undertaking leading the club was going to be and decided to help. Each week starts with these two selecting which home kitchen the recipe will be cooked in. Then, at 2:45 on Thursday, the club officially starts, with laptops booting up and the measuring of ingredients beginning. This club provides students with not only a well-earned study break, but also a chance to meet other NC students who share a love of cooking. Some students who come to the club are not experienced or prepared, and many questions are asked, and they both answer with calmness and thoughtful ways to correct any situation that causes frustration. As each cooking session comes to a close, finished products are shown proudly into the camera lens of the laptop. Eating begins, along with silly fun talk. Together, they watch as little brothers or sisters come into the frame and take a bite. Thumbs up are given for all to see, and it is all because of the efforts of two proactive students who created a community of young cooks. For their thoughtfulness in providing a creative outlet for students to come together and support each other while learning an important life skill, we present the Compassion by a Teen Group Award to Madeline Hofschneider and Sabina Chabin.
All of them so incredibly inspiring with each and every story. Congratulations, you are so deserving. All right, we're going to give some more raffle prizes away, so listen up, this could be you. Next is a gift card to Subway and Auntie's Bookstore. The winner of that award is Karen May. Congratulations. And then we're also going to give away another AMC gift card that goes to Kingston Gray. So Karen May and Kingston Gray, if you're listening, you won a raffle prize. The next recipient is one of cultural awareness. They value cultural and or social diversity through action, lifestyle awareness, or education. Please welcome our next presenter, Chase Youth Commissioner Jared Reisenauer.
This club was formed to get more students of color involved and provide more support for kindergarten through second grade students. To begin the year, each member of the club made welcome videos for kindergarten students, since they were the first group to transition back to the building for in-person learning. The kindergartners were so excited to see older students giving them advice and support. Last year, they were awarded the Human and Civil Rights Student Engagement Award for Washington's Education Association. This year, they led a poster-making project to support Black Lives Matter during Education Week and hung posters throughout the building to show their support. They also made equity posters for students who had unique abilities. They are constantly focused on how to help our community be a safer, more inclusive place for all students to feel seen, heard, and supported. Which is why this year's Cultural Awareness by an Elementary School Group Award goes to the Grant Kindness Club. This nominee is a highly capable and eager scholar of Spanish language and Hispanic cultures who leads the Ferris chapter of the Hispanic Honor Society. She is a natural leader by example, exuding the qualities of a world language scholar and a promoter of interculturality among all ages in our community. She will graduate in June 2021 with a myriad of accolades, including earning the seal of biliteracy for Washington State in Spanish. Her innate language gifts, her Chinese heritage, and literacy in Mandarin, and her work ethic make her a true global citizen who understands that language is a key to helping the world's diverse people better connect. She leads our mission to use language and cultural awareness to improve our community, working with our dual immersion program, which reads in Spanish with kindergarten through second grade students. She is also a member of the League of Women's Voters youth group called Spokane Youth Votes that encourages other teens and young adults to register to vote, and provided a translation of the November sample ballot into several languages, including Spanish, Russian, Vietnamese, Arabic, Chinese, and Swahili. Tonight we honor this young leader for empowering her peers while encouraging cultural competency in her community. The Cultural Awareness by a Teen Award goes to my fellow youth commissioner and friend, Rosie Zhu. This group truly desires to deepen their own understanding of Japanese language and culture. Meeting weekly throughout the year, this club has taken unique steps to not only better educate its members, but to share their cultural understanding with the Ferris, Spokane, and Japanese communities. Some of their intercultural activities include collaborating with Nudo to create origami paper cranes that represent health, hope, and fortune, sending prayers to our community during the pandemic, creating Japanese art to display at school, studying the Japanese garden and what each item represents, remembering 3/11, the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, and designed a Japanese club shirt to wear at school. Upcoming events include a cultural exchange at Mukogawa Fort Wright Institute, a cooking class, and a Zoom presentation, where students will have the chance to listen to Japanese college students share their culture and compare and contrast the differences and similarities. In our world today, it becomes increasingly clear that we must seek to understand each other. With understanding comes respect and a more mature ability to bring people together to resolve conflicts. For not only embracing the Japanese culture, but going the extra mile in educating their community, we present the Cultural Awareness by a Teen Group Award to the Ferris Japanese Club.
All of them change makers in their own way and bringing the world together. So congratulations to all of them. Now our next raffle for the evening is a Starbucks and Sweet Frostings gift certificate. That one goes to Brian Newberry. Congratulations, Brian. We're also raffling off an AMC gift card, and the winner of that is Jacob Van Leuven. Congratulations, Jacob, for that AMC gift card. Moving on to our next category of innovation. This award finds creative ways to solve a community issue or problem. So to present these awards, please welcome Chase Youth Commissioner Megan Manuel.
This young lady is continually thinking about others, and it is not uncommon for her to be at her craft center, creating cards, origami, or paintings simply to lift the spirits of a classmate or friend who is going through a rough time. Specifically, on Valentine's Day, she asked if she can make a care package for a friend. When her mom asked her why, she said, "I think that virtual learning is hard for her." This year, she had a STEM assignment to design a robot that would help solve a problem. So, her idea was to create a robot that would help kids who are struggling both academically and socially due to virtual learning. This robot could both guide them through difficult math problems and tell them a joke when they seem sad. Her compassionate heart and innovative spirit can help solve a problem we've all heard so much about over the last year, reaffirming that one tiny yet mighty 11-year-old can make a difference. That's why the Innovation by an Elementary Individual Award goes to Dylan Stoltz. This student told her science teacher that she learned physicians regularly overdiagnose dysphagia, which is difficulty swallowing foods or liquids arising from the throat or esophagus, because their diagnosis technique, cervical auscultation, is inaccurate and outdated. The problem lies within the natural limitations of the physician's own hearing. During the time she spent in science class, she designed and developed a device to have a computer listen to patients. She created a standardized waveform output that can be more accurately analyzed instead of having the physician listen to their swallowing sounds. Her next step is to create an artificial intelligence to analyze the wave output, something I'm sure will be done very soon. What stands out most about this girl, and her ability to turn a problem that she's had a personal connection to into a solution, was the dedication she showed in doing so. Most students slow down when they hit a roadblock in innovation, but no matter the struggle, she was able to find alternate paths by persevering and getting creative. Her innovation will have wide-reaching effects, significantly decreasing the number of patients who are unnecessarily treated for a medical condition they don't have. It's true that one person really can change the world for so many. And this is why this year's Innovation by a Teen Award goes to Rebecca Martin.
Spokane is so lucky to have these problem solvers in our community. Congratulations to all of you. For the next raffle, we're giving away Starbucks and an AMC gift card. The winner of this raffle is Chris Dunn. Congratulations, Chris. And then the next raffle is for a blueberry yogurt. The winner of that is Axel Nellenbach. So Axel, blueberry yogurt. Congratulations. Our next category is leadership, and the recipients of this leadership award were chosen because they demonstrate the ability to lead others towards a positive goal. Please welcome our next presenter, Chase Youth Commissioner Julia Picanto.
Our next nominee is one of the most caring, fun, loving, thoughtful, and creative kids at the Northeast Youth Center. He goes above and beyond in ensuring that all kids feel included in games and activities, regardless of their age. He is always thinking of new ideas and is very ambitious in making them a reality. He started a party planning committee, planning birthday parties for kids at the center. He volunteered to be part of the Northeast Youth Center's fundraiser and auction and did a tremendous job, always doing exactly what he was asked to do, happily and excitedly. What really stands out about him is what a great role model he is for the kids, really distinguishing himself as a leader and someone to emulate. It's great to see a fourth grade student stepping up, and hopefully this award shows how much potential he has to succeed in life and leave a positive impact on those he interacts with. Congratulations to our Leadership by Elementary Individual Award winner, Cameron Moore. This young lady has an amazing ability to advocate for others. Often during virtual class, she would ask to explain assignments to other students who are not making progress. Her self-deprecating sense of humor sets people at ease, and her can-do attitude makes her approachable to other students. She is one of the only girls her teacher has had in engineering class who is fearless when it comes to working on complicated engineering projects. She encourages the other girls in class, and seeing how impactful that has been, has prompted the teacher to start a girls group of engineers that will visit feeder elementary schools and introduce girls to the program. Because of her leadership, she will be asked to lead this grassroots effort and serve as a role model to other girls that follow. It's so cool to see girls recruiting other girls into STEM programs, and the leadership this young lady exhibits in helping them achieve their full potential is simply awesome, which is why this year's Leadership by a Middle School Individual goes to Melody Barker. There has been very little that we can count on this school year that hasn't been turned upside down. But there's a group of students who come to Mullen Road Elementary School every day before their virtual school starts and ends to do safety patrol. They showed up half an hour before school each day to get students off the bus and into their classroom lines, then return in the afternoon to help get them into the bus lines and onto their buses. Mullen Road normally has a lot of buses, but this year it's doubled due to COVID restrictions. The truly amazing thing about these students is their dedication and leadership that far outweighs their years. They are calm and respectful, and the children respond in kind. It's been a blessing to be able to count on these leaders who showed up unsolicited and filled the gaps just when the school needed it. These kids are a prime example of servant leadership and a heart for helping others. I proudly present the Leadership by a Middle School group to the Mullen Road Safety Patrol. Our next recipient is deeply involved in youth advocacy and equity work through numerous boards and organizations. She's a president of North Central's Multicultural Club, sits on the Spokane Public Schools Board of Trustees as a student advisor, as well as the SPS Diversity Advisory Board. She was recently appointed to the Legislative Youth Advisory Council, where she helped pass House Bill 1356 regarding the inappropriate use of Indian mascots in public schools. She's a collaborator with community leaders to get BIPOC youth better access to outdoor recreation, and an intern for City Councilperson Kate Burke, where she focuses on youth engagement through social media outreach, community conversations, and organizing students to testify in front of City Council. Her advocacy at the state level for change and regional level for student voice is powerful. She makes a tangible difference for students at NC, in our community, and now in our state. She is an uncommon leader, the best combination of firm in her beliefs, yet open to growth and understanding. Congratulations to the Leadership by Teen Award winner, Ivy P. Collectively, these students' vision and efforts have opened the door to have conversations about race in their school community. As a leadership team, each of the students in the action team has seized the opportunity to facilitate discussions with both staff and students about necessary topics. Meeting via Zoom, each Friday, staff and students are invited to attend a discussion group where a question is posed. From an initial discussion on why are conversations about race important, to why does race matter to you, to how did the events this past summer impact you in your life, this leadership team of students has modeled the power of vulnerability while relying on action, not just false language or planning, to help foster meaningful discussion while making our community a better, more thoughtful place. For their leadership in facilitating difficult and important conversations that will have long-lasting implications, we present the Leadership by a Teen group to the Mount Spokane High School Student Action Team.
Congratulations to all those nominees and winners taking initiative in so many parts of their life. We're lucky to have those leaders in our community. For the next raffle, we're going to be giving away a Subway gift card. That winner is Ashlyn Peterson. Congratulations, Ashlyn. The next one is a Starbucks and Sweet Frostings gift card. That one goes to Kim Stewart. The next category is personal achievement, and the recipient of that category has overcome obstacles or personal challenges through initiative and determination. Please welcome our next presenter, Chase Youth Commissioner Melanie Ornelas.
This young lady joined the virtual classroom of pre-engineering without hesitation or concern. It was evident that she faced some challenges with English being her second language and living in a home with brothers and sisters while trying to learn virtually, so paying attention to difficult mathematic manipulations was difficult. She would meet every day after school with a smaller group of students, never missing even a single day, spending 2 to 3 hours improving her engineering and spoken language skills. Her drive to educate herself and use this education to help her family and the new community is inspiring. She is aware of the cultural differences and how to navigate both to be successful. Her dedication has influenced her peers to do their best work and is truly a story of personal achievement. For her perseverance and tenacity, the Personal Achievement by a Middle School Individual Award goes to Tracy Acom. Our next recipient is a remarkable teen who has overcome serious anxiety so he can present before a panelist of scientists at the National Genes in Space competition. Out of more than 1,000 student participants, he distinguished himself as one of 5 finalists with his proposal to study the gut microbiome and how it might explain astronauts' bone loss in space. This feat may be less surprising when you learn that he has published 2 bioengineering projects in a peer-reviewed Biotrek Science journal. Just last year, after the local newspaper reported on the levels of cyanide in the groundwater vastly exceeding the EPA's allowance, he designed a bioengineered bacterium to degrade the cyanide. This commitment to problem solving is one he carries into his volunteer work in the MiraCore research organization, where he has used computational biology tools to investigate the genetics of opioid addiction in COVID-19. He has found time in all of this to participate in the Youth Leadership Spokane and other programs, all while taking college-level classes through SFCC and Gonzaga University. He has been named an AP Scholar with distinction, earned a gold award in the National French Contest, garnered an honorable mention at the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards, and has twice been featured in the Spokesman Review. As if that weren't enough to keep someone busy, he was an assistant concertmaster for the Philharmonic Orchestra and the principal violinist of the Spokane Youth Symphony Orchestra. He was invited to solo with the Spokane Symphony playing Vivaldi's Summer Presto. His performance drew a spirited response, and knowing how much he had to practice to overcome his performance anxiety, his nominator savored the applause as much as he did. Beyond the many accomplishments, it's the unbelievable work ethic of his humble, soft-spoken, compassionate, thoughtful, and deliberate student that most sets him apart, which is why I'm truly honored to present the Personal Achievement by a Teen Award to Alexander Popescu.
Okay, all I have to say is wow, what an amazing personal achievement at such a young age. So much to live and to give to our community. Congratulations to all those winners in that category. For the next raffle, we're going to be giving away a Subway gift card to Megan Barton. Congratulations, Megan. And another gift card to Flying Squirrel Trampoline Park and Blueberry Yogurt. That goes to Cameron Moore. Congratulations, Megan and Cameron. The winners of the social advocacy category have demonstrated a clear passion for advocating on the behalf of others. Now please welcome our next presenter, Chase Youth Commissioner Rosie Zhou.
Our next honoree has put forth a lot of energy in helping lead the charge for equity and social justice. Her elementary school is named after General Sheridan, who was a hero of the Civil War. As a member of the Coeur d'Alene tribe, she did a research project on General Sheridan and discovered that he was responsible for committing atrocities toward Native American families. He is quoted as saying, "The only good Indian I ever saw was a dead one." Imagine learning the reality of General Sheridan and having to attend a school with his name on it every day. She joined her principal in proposing a school name change to the Spokane School Board, where her passionate presentation prompted them to vote unanimously to begin the process of gathering feedback from the community. At just 12 years old, she continues to show tremendous strength and courage in fighting for positive change, and there's no limit to what she can do. It is with great pride that I present the Social Advocacy by an Elementary Individual Award to Kylie Mitchell Gregg. This teen is a bright, compassionate young man who shares the vision to build a better world through helping all generations of citizens grow and thrive through interculturality. One segment of the population that oftentimes gets overlooked is our senior citizens. He started a weekly Spanish class for seniors in a local assisted living facility, generating interest, researching, and building a level-appropriate curriculum and delivering fun classes to residents. He has worked creatively through COVID-19 limitations and now offers virtual classes, urging fellow Hispanic Honor Society members to participate. Indeed, many members have participated in some way. It is hard to find a student who lives out such a unique vision and stays committed to his program over time. He has advocated for and helped to bring joy to the lives of those who may not have easy access to a world language. His eager sense of wonder when we learn about varied Hispanic cultural products, practices, and perspectives demonstrates his capacity to think outside of the self, working in tandem as we seek to strengthen our community. I'm so proud to present the Social Advocacy by a Teen Award to my friend Su-Hong Liu.
Spokane wouldn't be the community it is today without the social advocates we just learned about. Congratulations to both of them. Our last winner of the raffle is for a Sweet Frostings gift card. That is Anna Osborne. Congratulations, Anna. Now, the Judge's Choice and Youth Commissioner's Choice Awards are given to an individual that the judges and commission unanimously felt deserved acknowledgement for their outstanding achievement. To present these awards, we return to Chase Youth Commissioner Rosie Zhou.
The winner of this year's Judge's Choice Award is a member of the Girl Scout G Team, one of 25 girls selected nationwide to help plan and execute a convention for over 30,000 young women. They were active in planning and marketing when COVID put a hold on things, so she quickly changed gears and skillfully shifted to a virtual convention when the time came. She also created a video for G Team TV, a national platform where youth can turn for advanced learning, promoting mental, physical, and emotional health. She now also sits on the board for the Girl Scouts of Eastern Washington and North Idaho, helping make financial decisions and educational advancement for local youth. As a member of the Cardinal Connections at Medical Lake High School, she serves as a school ambassador, providing a familiar face for students who are settling into a new location. She has great vision and ability to communicate, moving local youth into new activities and education. As a member of the Chase Youth Commission, she helps locally elected officials make decisions that will impact students her age, and has helped share info on local nonprofits, with major schools assisting youth with resources and food. She is a remarkable young lady who has a track record of success, driven to succeed. Congratulations to the Judge's Choice Award winner, my friend and fellow commissioner, Melanie Ornelas. The next honoree comes from an Air Force family and has moved to several locations around the world. With every move, she has had to make new connections with friends, schools, etc. She has showcased her ability to be resilient and thrive in each new environment by taking on leadership roles. She was voted class president 3 years running, the vice president of the National Honor Society, and president of the Key Club. Last summer, she was selected to attend the Mission Peak Leadership Camp, where she learned to foster and empower transformative growth with her peers and school. She was also community-minded. When COVID-19 first hit, she took it upon herself to start making masks. Along with the help of her siblings, they made over 800 adult and child masks over the span of 4 weeks. She donated and distributed them to local homeless shelters, retirement homes, and Shriners Hospital for Children. She is a wonderful example of a servant leader because it comes naturally to her. She has a strong desire to serve others and help them be the best version of themselves, which is why the Youth Commissioner's Choice Award goes to Valerie Rose Dancel.
A big congratulations, lady. So well deserved. Now, our final award of the night is the Jim Chase Award. This award is presented to a group of adults who have done and gone above and beyond in bettering the lives of the youth in our community. To present this award, please welcome Charlotte Nemec, CEO of Canopy Credit Union.
On March 13th, 2020, schools across the state of Washington were ordered to close due to the pandemic. A team at Rogers High School recognized that even though in-person learning was suspended, there was a tangible need to ensure students and children continued to be fed and nourished, so they got to work to help meet this need. They were up and running within a week, planning, packaging, and distributing grab-and-go meals to any student and family in our community that needed them. They worked tirelessly to ensure there were enough meals for each daily distribution and did so while greeting each family with a positive and hopeful attitude. The meal distribution continued daily throughout this summer, ensuring that all students, many whose families were significantly impacted by the pandemic, were not without food during this challenging time. During the fall, these meal distributions expanded to provide 5-day take-home meal kits to students and families. Despite logging thousands of hours with a reduced workforce, this team put together and distributed over 1,000 meal kits in a single day to give to families as they entered winter break. When in-person learning resumed, the team balanced producing 5-day meal kits, daily breakfast, and lunch for in-person learning students, and grab-and-go meal bags at the end of each day to ensure no student went hungry on their virtual learning days. Whether standing outside in the evening facing freezing temperatures, including rain and snow, putting in the extra hours each week, or whatever was necessary to make sure meals were ready to go, this team epitomized optimism and hope through their words and behavior. Without question, the level of commitment this team demonstrated and the impact they had on our youth in our community can only be summed up as a heroic and exceptional effort, which is why I am truly honored to present the Jim Chase Award to the John R. Rogers High School Nutrition Services team. Congratulations.
And that concludes the 2021 Chase Youth Awards. Congratulations to all of the nominees and recipients this year. You have completely blown away so many people in your community with your achievements, your leadership skills, and we're lucky to have you. Now, Spokane is so incredibly lucky to have many young people who are making such a positive impact on our community. I hope you continue to do good work and see you at future Chase Youth Awards. Please follow us on Chase Youth Commission on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This whole award show will be lasting on those pages so you can share with your friends and family as you can rejoice in all the incredible accomplishments that you have done. Thank you so much for watching tonight and have a great night.